All right. Hey everyone, it's Miriam. I'm working on a new painting. This is day 2 of this one, and I figured I'd come on live. Um, the live stream is a little funky because the background, everything's so dark that my camera is compensating by over lightening. So in real life, it looks a little more contrasty and punchy, but hopefully you guys get the idea. But yeah, I just wanted to come on live and do a little painting. If you guys have any questions, let me know. It's going to be just a pretty chill live stream. Just working on some of these more detailed areas at the moment. Oh, someone said, "Hi Miriam, great stuff. Keep up the good work." Thank you. I appreciate that. Someone said, "Hello, I really love your style. Thank you." Do you take the photos of the subjects you paint? Yeah, so I use all references that like I used to work as a photographer, so I try and take all of my references, but sometimes I'll combine them. Like this one is actually a combination of a lot of photos. And like right now for the eyes, you can see I'm using some more classical photos as my references. Um, so so yeah, it's usually a combination, but they all ultimately stem from my photography. Sometimes I also will create 3D models using Blender, but that's generally for more uh, things that aren't as specific. Oh, were you guys even able to see it when I just flashed my iPad? Hopefully you could. Okay, someone said you've got great skills. That painting you did of the young bald guy is incredible. I've watched your tutorial video on that at least 4 times just to learn. Hey, thank you. That's super kind. Sometimes making tutorial videos is like, talking into the ether. Never know if anyone actually watches, so I appreciate your feedback. How do you make your skin tone so luminous as a direct painter? Have you used, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word. I think it's, nope, not going to try. So that's a good question. I think it all goes back to form and my application of color. Um, I try and paint like even this. This is like really light skin tones, right? And but it's still very high chroma. There's a ton of saturation in a lot of these areas, and that alone makes skin tones so luminous. Forgive me if you've already answered this, but what medium are you using to mix the paint? So right now, I'm using this. It's Gamblin's solvent-free gel. It's non-toxic. I like to paint with non-toxic mediums and thinners as much as possible. All the base of this though, like I've just started to use any sort of medium in this. The majority of it is done with the paint straight out of the tube. Oh, would it be helpful if I showed my palette? My palette's a little crazy right now. Here we go. Pretty disorganized. But this is actually the palette from everything from the background. You can see the background paint here all the way to my skin tones. Really a simple palette. Not a ton of used. I'm really trying to focus on simplification for this one. Oh, can you talk a bit about why portraiture interests you so much? Um, oh, that's a good question. You know, I honestly I don't know. Ever since the beginning, ever since I started painting, I've really only been interested in portraiture. I've never. I think maybe I did one. I did one painting, awful painting of like a still life, like flowers. But other than that, I've only ever painted portraits. I'm just drawn to them. Trying to keep up with the comments. Someone said they've recently done a side-by-side thinner gambling gel and liquid. Liquid has been my go-to, but you have to soak your brushes or else it hardens. Yeah, that's like always um, one of my biggest struggles is keeping my brushes fresh. I used to blow through so many brushes and it was very costly. I try and be better about it now. As far as mediums and thinners go, I am a little bit limited because I only use um, non-toxic materials. I've tried a lot of others and they work wonderfully. Some better than what I'm using, but I'm in an indoor space with very little, well, I don't want to say very little, but not as much ventilation as I would like. Someone said, do you enjoy viewing portraiture by other artists or do you look at other work to feel inspired, enjoy the art community? Ooh, great question. I do enjoy seeing other portraiture, but I don't typically um, fall, like, I don't tip, like, my favorite kind of portraiture is stuff other than my own style. I like a lot of, like, pencil artists. Um, I like a lot of cartoonists. I like a lot of academic art, although I feel like maybe my art is more and more influenced by academic art. Um, but yeah. What light fixture are you using in your studio? So at the moment, I'm using a cheap ring light stand. Um, just like, I think it was like $30. Just a cheapy ring light. My other one broke, but I've actually enjoyed using this one. And I just light it super high up above me and at the same angle as my camera. So your viewing angle, my light is right above you guys. Someone said this is the first time I've ever stopped to check out a live. It's so beautiful. Hey, thank you. That is super nice to say. Just trying to bring some of these features to life right now. I have such a like high key palette right now, the painting. Um, it's hard to create a convincing sense of depth without relying on, really strong contrast. So that's what I'm trying to do right now with some of these features. Um, Someone said, "Do you have any upcoming shows? Would love to see your work in person. So beautiful. Thank you." I do have a show. I'll be part of a group show at Arcadia Contemporary in August, and that's in New York City. I believe the show is August 15th. It's a Thursday. So I'm super excited for that. But that's the only thing I have planned at the moment. Oh, I like that highlight on the nose so far. Oh, that was too dark. I'm curious for anyone that's watching live, is the live stream blurry on your end? Because when I'm looking at the screen right now, it looks pretty blurry on my side. I wanted to put you guys close enough so you could see all the details. Looks good to me. Okay, yay. Someone said, "Do you do workshops?" No, no workshops. I just post here on YouTube and on Patreon. I do get a lot of questions about the workshops though. I try my best to put all of my knowledge out there for free on YouTube. Um, oh, I didn't even realize I was blocking the screen. Another thing with, I showed you guys the reference that I'm working from right now. Even though You know, the pose is different, the lighting is different. Um, I'm still trying to take away as much as I can from the reference and apply it to this. I like to use references like that all the time. Also, just trying to learn from the masters. Using references like that is a great way to try and get inside of their heads as much as you can. It's reminding me of a bit of Daniel Sprick. I'll have to look them up. I think we need to make this eye bigger. And if anyone's curious on seeing the process, how I started this off, I did just post a little video on TikTok and Instagram that showed how this piece came to be. I'll make a full YouTube video on it as well, but it might take me a bit. All right, let's work on these lips a little bit. Bring a little more life to them. I'm just making a little bit of a glaze here. A lot of this Craplax Rose and Cad Orange makes a really nice color. I always find the lips are surprisingly orange. And then we'll start up top as the form turns. Just blend that out. Really, I should be using some vermilion up in here. I'm just feeling too lazy to get up and grab the tube of paint that I need. But this worked for now. Let's get a bit more orange in there. Then we're going to blend that out over the lip line. I don't want any harsh lines around the lips. No harsh lines anywhere. For this particular painting, at least. All right, quick little change, but I think that's helped to start to bring those lips to life. We should probably warm up the nose. I'm going to use, I've already mixed up this warm kind of glaze, this reddish orangish, that's the word I'm looking for. This reddish orangish glaze, and so we're going to just bring that up into the nose as well. Might as well glaze some of that color into the ear real quick. That way we have nice unified tones everywhere. Let's get the side of this cheek. Can you guys hear the birds outside the window? They're so loud today. I don't know if I like that red on the cheek. Let's bring some of that back. All right, guys. It is noon in Atlanta, Georgia, which means it's lunchtime. So I'm probably going to hop off in a minute, go grab a bite, but if you have any last questions, let me know. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.